Welcome to the top 8 of the Meta Weekly with the brand new card releases. We have Gene Raider, Dark World, Evil Eye, the Labyrinth, and the Trap Tricks. Those are the 5 new decks that came out. Find out which ones, if any, are in the top 8, mate. Make sure you plus, like, subscribe, and comment to support these videos so that we can continue doing them. It's a lot of work on Gia and my editor to get these videos out. So get the full thing right here, right now. Enjoy the show, and let's go. Hajime.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Said to pass. Very well done. We do have Serenir to banish a Tearlament from the graveyard, though. Attempting to fuse, I don't think so. We stop it. Serenir. Now, we could stop the Serenir summon by banishing our own card with Druistorm, but do we really want to do that? We do not. We actually can't do it because it's not a quick effect unless your opponent controls a monster. Now it's a quick effect. Sharon, mill 3. With the mill 3, activate the Merly. We do have a Called by the Grave, which the Druistorm could banish to dodge, but I mean, what's that going to really accomplish? Still did not Call by the Grave. That is, yeah, you know, I guess because the Rhino Heart's also coming out too. We could wait for the Kick Cow. Maybe we want to Call by the Grave the Kick Cow instead. Use, and then when it activates to mill, we banish the Kick. That, I think that's beautiful. That actually works out well. Dragostapelia will negate a monster on the field, also turn it into a level 1. We got 3 level 4, so it's not going to stop at rank 4 exceed. Now, we Called by the Grave. If you Druistorm banish your Kit Kalos, you will still mill 5, but you still got to banish Kit Kalos. What do? We're doing it! You're not stopping us from mill 5? Check the top right for the opponent's graveyard after the mill 5. 5-card mill, 5-card mill. We are milling Scream. Scream searching for a trap retribution, adding back the branded fusion to be used next turn. No shuffler to stop it. And we do have the Dragostapelia negate still. Crime is dead unless we have a monster in the hand. We're going to fuse with the Dragostapelia to make a Dragostapelia. And the Sharon did not activate the fuse yet. That is the scoop. You super polyed me, I super poly you. I guess it's kind of fair. Let's hop into game number 2. No hand trap in sight besides the Havness, which is probably the best hand trap ever. Chaining Max C to this special summon. And also, we're going to be milling 3. Let's see that mill 3. It's going to be a Rhino Heart. But how much do we want to summon under a Max C? Yes. That's how much we want to summon. We're going to summon Rhino, send Merly. Rhino activate to send from the deck to the graveyard. Magna Hut stopping the fusion number 1 as we set up for fusion number 2. That is going to be a Havness from the deck, which is now going to successfully perform our fusion, which could be a Kit Cow, which could be another fusion, but that's a draw 2 under the Max C. Yup. We didn't go into Kaleido Heart, which was an option. We could have just went Kaleido Spin. Not sure how good that would have been. Adding a Sharon instead of sending from the deck to the graveyard to fuse into a Dragostapelia or a Rukalos. Gonna super poly with the Kick Cow and Alibert to make a Dragostapelia of our own. The Max C is just going in hard. Adding a Springen's Kit, which could special summon onto the field for free right now, but we're gonna send to the graveyard instead to search for an Albaz. Should we have search for Albaz? Yeah, I know we got Brandon White. Okay. Kit could have searched for Brandon Fusion, but I guess this works out too. Yep. Discard the Call by the Grave. Get Fusion Shoconning with the Albaz and the Lubellion, making our Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade is going to send Albion, banishing the Rhino Heart to activate during the end phase to set a Branded in red, comboed up with the Libitum to make a Chimera to pop 1 to 2 cards in the field, plus resummon the Mirror Jade. We also have a monster negate on top of another monster negate. So non-target monster banish and pop. We got like 4 disruptions. So disruption 1 of 4 has been used. You're now level 1. You're negated. You're not going to trigger mill 5 for both players. Sharon is going to be negated. That is disruption 2 of 4. We only have 2 more disruptions left. All right, let's use up our other disruption. and we're going to be met with a max C during the end phase. So whatever we add, we're not going to be able to really summon or set. So this is going to be our third disruption of 4 as we make a Chimera. Chimera is going to be popping 2 cards on the fields and also be reborning the Mirror Jade and drawing 1. And the Branded Lost will be searching on summon. The Chimera cannot be responded to. We have a Mercurier to be negating next turn. The non-target monster banish is active again. Wipe up the full field, activate the Sulliek to get searching. Alrighty. And we only need 3 of our 4 disruptions. And just like that, 9,000 damage on the field. No more do you have to use a calculator. Lethal damage. Thank you, Konami. King of the Swamp limited to 1 because it's so freaking good. Adding a Polymerization. We're going to Diviner, send in a Guido from the deck to the grave, mill 5 for both players. Sulliek limited to 1 also. Only limited to 1 in Master Duel, not TCG nor OCG. Serenir banishing the Hovness, stopping the fusion summon. Now, let's get adding with the Sulliek, a Sharon, which could discard the Cal back to mill 5 for both players, being met with a Max C. Uh-oh. How much do we go in on this Max C? This is why in Master Duel, opening up with Rhino Heart is better than Sharon because of Max C. You just Rhino Heart send, make kit, search, Sulliek, set, end. But now you're going to commit to at least draw 2. Cal back, milling 5 for both players. Sharon activate to fuse. And I think we'll just do what we said. Kick Cal, Sulliek, set. And we still have a really good... No, Hovness instead. Bro, you are under a Max C. You need to chill. And our Sulliek is in the graveyard, actually, so we couldn't even add it. We're going to get popping with the Baron to floor, triggering the effect of the Serenir, sending a Retribution, which could recycle the milled Branded Lost. Branded Lost to our hand. Very good. Branded Lost is going to counter the Baron de Fleur from negating the activation of a Branded Fusion. Also, the Crime will also not be able to negate. But if one of them negates the Lost, then the other can negate the Branded Fusion. Allure of Darkness, banishing Libitum. That's interesting. We're going to use the Albaz to fuse with the field. Chaining Super Poly as the Baron de Fleur negates. Get ready to Fusion Shokan into a Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade is here with the non-target monster banish. We discard with this. Okay, we have the Serenir activating, sending a Retribution. Hold up, we got 2 Retributions. You are crazy. Adding back Branded Fusion. Into the Lost. The Crime cannot negate. Don't try it, mate. Cannot negate the Lubellion. Can't respond to a fusion summon. What the heck are we gonna do? Within the window of being protected by Lost, we could use Mirror Jade to banish the Kit Cal, and you can't chain the Crime. So we're in that window right now, and we're still gonna be in the window on the summon of the Lubellion fusion, which we do want to consider using. Just get that Kit Cal out of here. Albion. So we could chain banish the Albion, which is what we're doing. You cannot Crime. You cannot even Hovness. No Hov, no Crime. You're in trouble. We are going to banish for Borreload. Now, Borreload on summon. We are still in the window of protection. They added new animations for the continuous effects that are applying crazy effects, except for Branded Lost. I feel like Branded Lost should be glowing right now, Konami. What are you doing? So with Toggle on, you could Borreload, pop a back row, and they still can't chain Hovness. Not needed, 11,000 damage. That is a 2-1 victory. Lethal. All right. And we didn't banish any of them. Cool. We got Field Spell grabbing Surzeal, Royal Surzeal, searching for any Evil Eye card, grabbing the Evil Eye Unleashed. This card is nuts because even if you ash it, you still get the... This is not good unless you have 2 Bystials because it could just chain summon. We chain summoning. Yeah, I like Evil Eye, so I don't want to teach you how to play against Evil Eye, but I'm going to do it anyway. Don't do this. Don't do that. Wait for them to activate their Basal Trice, then chain the Jura Swarm. That's when you do it. You wait. Because what's crazy about this is you would think that this card on summon would activate to perform the Link summon during your opponent's turn, but that's not how it works. It simply has a quick effect whenever they want while on the field to Link summon during the opponent's turn. So this just did nothing. It's got its full effect. It's going to Link summon during the opponent's turn. All right, we're going to search for the Gorgon. Gorgon is going to discard a card from the hand to search the deck for a Retribution, which will negate any spell or trap. Selene onto the Surzeal, making it unaffected, or I shouldn't say unaffected, it's untargetable, indestructible. Raigeki. Whoa, that is the card that doesn't target and doesn't destroy. It's going to flip down the Surzeal and you're going to lose the Selene. But you know what can't be flipped down? A Link. So we didn't use Retribution to negate because we could just make a Link summon. Very interesting. All right. We're going to Link into the Empress. Instead of the Surzeal Link, Unleashed on the summon of the Link's going to banish to grab the Selene, equipping it onto the Goddess. Now, she's indestructible, so this does nothing but destroy the Surzeal on the field. And she does have the effect to negate a monster on the field. Protected. You play Evil Eye if you want to play God. This is the God deck. Indestructible, we both take 500. Kick W. And end phase. So we're going to negate just to get boosted. And then during the standby phase, we're going to get boosted again to 3,000 attack. Get boosted. We have draw 2. Defeat could return up to 2 monsters back to the hand. Negate any spell or trap. Imperm, negate a monster. Another Imperm, negate another monster. Pot of Pea, not activatable. We got Ash. We got everything on top of our Goddess monster negate being untargetable and indestructible mate. Spin that fool back to the hand. I do not think so. You're trying to target me. I'm going to negate your target. I'm going to negate your negate. Negate. Back to the hand. Kurikara could tribute the Goddess, which she activated during the standby phase. Does she not during the standby phase? This is, it's only during your standby phase she activates, actually. During the next standby phase, only after the effect was activated. So she is fine. Wow. Okay. So, could not Kurikara. Could not get them to activate the Empress with the non-target tribute. Kurikara, you would think, is a good out to the deck, which it's supposed to be. It just ended up not being good. Unleashed is sending a monster and a spell to grab the Selene. Gorgon is going to discard and unleash to grab the field spell, which will search for the Surzeal. Surzeal, come to me. Surzeal on summon, searching for any Evil Eye card. Imperm is going to negate, but we don't really need the search that badly anyway. It would have been the Retribution probably that we'd be adding, which would be negating a spell or trap card activation. Could double pass, special summoning if we control an Evil Eye monster on the field. And we're now also going to special summon the Basal Trice. So this is kind of a way to cheat the downside of the Basal Trice. If it special summons on the field, it gets banished when it leaves the field. But now that it is an Exceed material, if it gets detached, it's not going to be banished. So it will be able to summon after the Kakata King is able to negate a monster and then perform a link with the Surzeal. Let's go. Oh, this is quite the setup. Destroy a special summon, untargetable, indestructible, negate a monster effect, negate a monster effect, negate a search or special summon from the deck. Let's go. Summon Balloon, special summon the right card. We are going to negate, detach in the Basal Trice, so we're ready to use it to link. We're going to negate the effect that you're using to target and negate. So we're going to negate anyway, mate. You're not going to be searching for the Scareclaw spell that reborns from the graveyard. Okay. Do we use Surzeal to pop and then we link right now? Do we wait? Do we wait? Basal Trice? Okay, we are destroying it now. We are doing it. We are doing it. We're doing it. Now the Kurikara can tribute over the Kakata, but not over the newly summoned Surzeal. Unless he activates it. If he activates it right now to pop this, then the Kurikara is going to tribute the whole field. Oh, no, no, no. The Unleash is a... Oh, he's doing it. Oh, no. Kurikara is going to be tributing everything. untargetable, indestructible, tribute the field, 4,500 attack. Huge. And then during the end phase, she could steal a monster from the grave. What are we yoinking? Could topple pass, come to me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Set Ash and, oh no, no, no. We're gonna summon our Rykart. Rykart's gonna activate searching for the Arrival. Arrival, we're reborn from the grave. We're just scooping. We're out of here. Damn. The Kurikara was kept a secret from game 1. Did not know that they had Kurikara. We lost game 2, so we make the turn 2 deck go first. Begin. Normal summon a Claw, special summon the Lightheart, into the field spell search for the Rykart. Rykart, search for the Arrival. Arrival reborn from the graveyard. Then we have a Tri-Heart turn 1. Is that good enough? Arrival could get stopped by not Magna Hut because it is an Earth monster we're summoning from the grave. Every monster will be put into defense and we're unaffected from the activated effects of monsters in defense, but Evil Eye likes to link summon, which is the counter. Magna Hut banishing the Rykart to put ourselves in D, but we still activate to get searching. We're also going, wow, like think about this. This really plays around Max C. Get all your special summoning out of the way now. Very nice, very nice. And I do need a refresher on the requirements for your link summoning. This has to be Evil Eye monsters only, so you can't use the Bestials. But the Goddess could be a Bestial and an Evil Eye, which will trigger the Druid Swarm to send the Tri-Heart to the grave. And we don't got Straddle to protect. We ain't straddling. Let's go, let's go. We are just going to use them right here, right now, into Dark. That will trigger the Druid Swarm before we even commit to the fields. Now we're max C'ing, but now we are ashing the Max C. I don't think so, mate. Get targeting onto the Tri-Heart, sending Tri-Heart to the graveyard. We're now going to banish the Tri-Heart. Couldn't we special summon with the Dark? Did we not even attempt? I don't, what happened? We didn't activate the Dark. Why couldn't we try to Dark's effect? Did we miss out on Dark effect? He could, okay. Unicorn getting negated by Impermanence, discard and get spinning. I do not think so. We still have our normal summon as the Surzeal gets searching for the Unleashed, which is the full wombo combo. Sending Basal Trice on the Gorgon, we could discard the Selene with the Gorgon. Katabal Pass going to special summon itself onto the field as the Gorgon gets rid of the Retribution instead. We now are going to equip the Selene onto Surzeal, activate the field spell, probably searching for the Basilius to special summon onto the field. Now, the Basilius could send a monster, or I should say a spell trap from the deck to the graveyard. Katabal Pass will protect the Selene until the end of the next turn from being destroyed. We're now going to link off with the Unicorn and the Basilius to make an access code talker. Are we actually lethaling with an Evil Eye deck? No way. You are a control deck. We are going to pop from the field. Why is Unleashed keep glowing on the field? What's going on? We are making Darius. Darius is going to make Machine X. Machine X is here, popping the special summon monster, boosting up itself. 2,600, lethal with the Machine X, lethal with the access code talker, finishing him with the Surzeal. That was an explosive turn 2. I know a lot of you don't want to see tier, but this is the full top 8. So let's just get through it. Let's get it over with. We could speed this up a bit. We doing a ton of mills, mill 3, send from the deck, chain Max C to the Fusion Shokan into the Cacao. Cacao, Search and Sullick, set end is gonna be the way. Well, we randomly drew the Sullick actually. Now, let's keep on going. Wait, was it? No, it was the Scream searching. So Scream and Kit searching for Crime and Sullick. So Monster Negate plus Negate anything mate. Very well done. And this is just the best play under Max C. Just make Kit search end. You trigger my Scream, I trigger your Scream, you Super Poly, fuse with the field, which is gonna turn off our Crime, turn off our Sullick, unless we have a Fusion summon that turns into a Tearlament on the field. All right, we screaming, we milling. Did we activate anything in the... Do we have anything activatable in the graveyard? Come on. Kid Cal will be helping with it. Hovness. I mean, you could use Kid Cal to chain link block the Hovness. So the chain link orders here were not done correctly, but that's okay. I mean, not really. We really wanted that blocked. So we're going to Cal back, spin back the Rukalos. Come forth and summoning. Now we're really desperate to mill into a fusion. The Hovness should have not been negated. Did Merlee already activate? Merlee did not, so we're okay. Good thing we're okay. Rhino reborning, discarding our own Merlee, Kid Cal activating, Merlee get fusion showconning, which will turn on our Sulliek, but our Crime is now dead unless we get a monster in the hand. Well, it's going to be there's now a Shuffler in the graveyard. How long has that been in the graveyard to get shuffling? Fairy Tale Snow is going to dodge the shuffle, which still turns off our fusion, which means our Sulliek and Crime are just going to be dead. Absolutely dead. When the Rukal negated the fusion, did he have the Shuffler? Because then that makes the chain link block situation even worse. Galback milling 5. Serenir activating. I think we haven't activated a Sharon yet. Hey, there's Sharon. There we are. We are so good at milling. Mudora chain shuffle back, stopping your play while I make mine. And the Sulliek is back in business. Get final fusion summoning into our Rukal. Alrighty. We are not going to negate the Sharon because then it would be sent to the graveyard to activate. Grabbing a Hovness with the milled Sulliek. Banishing for the Fairy Tale Snow. Negating the Snow, but the Snow could banish again with 8 cards left in the graveyard. We're going to chain Hovness, and we're going to just, we'll have new cards milled to banish with the Snow if we want. Sending Merlee, which was already activated, but our Sharon was not activated yet as we return back in the deck to summon a Kaleido Heart on summon, spin a card on the field. Back in the deck, we could use Sulliek to send a monster we control to negate the Kaleido, which we could chain the Snow to banish Kaleido to dodge the negate. Send Snow, negate Kaleido. I mean, banishing your Kaleido is sus. We have Dark, Reborn, a Magna Hut from the graveyard, which Fairy Tale Snow is going to banish. If you reborn the opponent's Magna Hut, you get to activate its effect to search during the end phase for a dragon. Fairy Tale Snow flipping down the Kaleido Heart. We have Fairy Tale Snow of our own, banishing until we have 2 cards left in our graveyard. Snow on summon, flipping down the Rukalos, now making Abyss Dweller. This is actually a crazy match. Are we Zeusing? Are we Zeusing? Dweller turned off the ability to activate the Sulliek, to activate the Crime, to activate the Scream, to activate the Rukalos. None of it's going to activate as we send all of it to the grave. Now, the Kaleido will be activating alongside our own Kid Kalos, Mill 5, and Reborn. This is all MP2, by the way. We MP2 in. The Scream, has it activated yet? It has not. So it's going to be searching for a trap, as the Grief is also going to be recycling a banished trap back to our hand. Come back to me, Sulliek. Oh boy. I guess the Scream had nothing to search for. We have Monster Negate. We got too much, mate. There's no way. There's no way. Monster Negate plus Fusion plus spin a card back in the deck. It's too much. We Screaming. Scream, Rhino, chain link block with the Scream helps play around a Hovness. Alrighty. And we are now going to Hovness activating the graveyard to Fusion Showcon with no way to stop it. You lose game 1, you get max seed game 2, and you then go back to Fortnite. Kit Cal, search Sulliek, set end. The best play under the max C. Not so bad. Not so bad. We can negate and then mill 5 mate. If they summon, we mill 3 with the Scream. We also have a max C of our own. So maybe it's not over. and quickly getting a Shuffler in the graveyard to stop any potential fusion plays off of the kit being sent to the grave. That's going to be something. Maxi versus Sharon. This is why Sharon's not as good as opening up with Rhino Heart. We have 2 Shufflers in the graveyard now. We have the Beast sent to the graveyard activating to draw 1 as we mill 3 with the Scream. Let's check out the 3 milled. We milled a Beast of our own plus a Shuffler. Wait, no, I did. The graveyard didn't switch quick enough. We actually milled Imperm, Tactics, and Crime with nothing to add back with Crime because it needs to be a banished monster. Now, the opposing Crime is being activated to negate the Lubellion from searching for a Bestial. That was interesting. We're going to use Diviner to send Mudora to preemptively activate to be shuffling cards back into the deck. Now, we're going to be using the effect of... No way this happened. Holy moly. Because you were so quick to use your Mudora instead of waiting, he chained the Agido because you did it in response to it being sent to the graveyard. Had you waited for the open game state, you could have then Mudora'd the Keldo and the Agido would not have been able to save it. That is interesting. How would that even, like in the TCG, you'd have to argue like, no, I wasn't. I was using it in the open game state. It was not on the resolution, I swear. Wow, okay. That was very interesting counter. We are going to... He couldn't know? You could just wait. I mean, like, there's no downside to waiting. You just wait. Just don't, like, to even do that, I think your toggle has to be on. Sullick, send the Kit Cal, activate mill 5. We are going to Scream, search for a trap, Sharon, activate Diffuse, and we got Max C. Now, Assault Synchron is quite interesting. Level 2 tuner, free special summon. I guess we're going to be playing Chaos Ruler with the Assault Synchron, yes. Kaleido Heart is here on summon. Spin a card in the field back into the deck. Now, you can't Super Poly the Kaleido Heart because it says you can't. Can't do it. So spin that Super Poly back. Goodbye to Sharon. We have our Monster Negate. We have Negate Anything Mate. We have Mill 3 with Scream. We have Send Kaleido to the graveyard to resummon, trigger a fusion, and spin a card in the field back to the deck. Sullick, get negated. Yeah, you know, we have Triple Tactics talent to kind of respond to this, which Crime will negate, and we're just going to have nothing. Yeah, this is absolute decimation. This is a GG. We're turning back in the deck with the Sharon to make the Kit Cal, which could turn into a Rukal or a Dragostapelia. Kaleido Heart. Sending Hovness on its summon, then separately activating to spin a card in the field back into the deck. Fusion Shokanen. Into returning the Kit Cal to make our Rukal. Goodbye, Rhino. Adding a Hovness to chain to a monster effect in the field. Crime. Negate. That's the scoop. All right, interesting duel. Interesting. We got the field spell, which anyone who has the field spell in the mirror match, they are the ones who are going to win that mirror match if you don't quickly deal with that field spell. It's not only a search, but pretty much every turn it's gonna be able to pop a card on the field. So broken. Maxi versus Sharon. Yeah, I really don't like opening up Sharon. I like Rhino. They're going to Max C it anyway, but we have Ash. So because you have Ash, opening up Sharon is good. That works. Only because of Ash. Very good. Get Millen. Let's quickly tap onto that graveyard so we can see it on the top right. I don't know why it takes so freaking long. What the heck? All right. Now, blocking the graveyard, can't even see. Great. We are going to, you know what? I have to take off the usage thing anyway. Let's, can I take that off? Nice. All right, get Fusion Shokanen into Kit Cal, activate to search. Under Max C, we grab Sullick, we set, we end, or, no, I mean, we're not under Max C because we negated it, so, okay, we're good. The Rhino and the Scream is going to be milling. If we can mill a Scream randomly, that's gonna be ideal. We are sending our Merly, get Fusion Shokanen into Rukal. Alrighty. making an Abyss Dweller for the mirror match. If you dwell in the draw phase, it play around the triple tactics talent, but if you dwell in the draw phase, it plays into impermanence. But the idea is, if they had impermanence, they would have used it on the Kit Kalos. So then it becomes 35 cards in the deck, 1 card drawn, the chance of that being an impermanence versus the chances of them having a triple tactics talent in their hand versus which is more impactful. I mean, they're both equally quite devastating, so I think it is correct to draw phase the Dweller. Yep, there we go. Got him. Do we even negate the Hovness? I guess so. Negate, it's not going to activate in the graveyard, so we're good. And now you are not going to TTT. No TTT for you. Come forth. Unless we... Oh, boy, this is all happening in the draw phase, so TTT is super screwed. Maybe that Hovness was probably a big mistake. The Hovness allowed all of this to happen. The Hovness was just hitting surrender. Into Kit Cal. I can't believe all of this is in the draw phase. We're going to fully fuse, fully search, fully activate. We're going to be completely done having to do anything by the time you try to make a play. Now, Sharon and Rhino could be a rank 4 exceed. And the Dragos Tapelia could stop the rank 4 exceed, but then we play into triple tactics talent, which could take the Dweller. And then I feel like we have to swing in a Dweller, then take Dweller, then make Zeus. Yeah? Is that the play? If he Dragos Tapelias, stops the rank 4 exceed, does not stop the rank 4 exceed, goes right into Baguska. Interesting. Bagu into D. Bagu would not have been able to go into a Zeus. Alrighty. We got Fairy Tale Snow, banishing 7 to come forth to summon. It's going to be negated. We got the Scream milling. Now, this is why some people in some decks will play a card called the Codebreaker. Codebreaker is a link 2, and it's just big enough to swing over Baguska. Any 2 effect monsters deal with it, but we have the Unicorn instead, spinning back Baguska, going in with over 8,000 damage on the field as I quickly calculated it. That's the end of tier versus tier. Let's hop into another one. Branded, lost on the Branded Fusion. Ash is going to negate the effect, not the activation. Sharon, discard the Kelbeck, mill 3, mill an additional 5 with the Kelbeck, stop the fusion with the Druid Swarm. As we both mill 5, we now have a Shuffler in our graveyard to stop your fusion summon again. So Bestial, stop a fusion, Shuffler, stop a fusion. We're also going to mill 5 again. Tragedy and Merly activating. Do we have a way to stop it? We're not going to stop it this time as both players perform a fusion Shokan. Kit Cal activating on summon. Kit Cal activating on summon. Grabbing Alubur, which with an active normal summon. We do have our Branded Lost, which is activating to search for an Albaz monster. Grapha will be able to negate a monster spell or trap, but not the Super Poly nor continuous spells. Only normal spell and trap and a monster effect it will be able to negate. We are going to use the Retribution to add back from the graveyard our Branded in red, which the Grapha cannot negate. Grapha will essentially negate the Alubur, turning it into forcing you, the Grapha player, to discard the Scream. Scream will activate, searching for a trap. Dragos Tapelia will reduce the Rukalos to level 1 and ensure its effect is negated from negating an effect to special summon. As we grab the Albaz with the Branded in red, we are making a Mirror Jade. On the summon, we're going to activate the Mirror Jade to banish the Rukalos as it now swaps to TTK. Now, TTK is in big trouble as the Cartesia is fusing with our field to make a Rukalos, triggering the Branded Lost to grab a Mercurier, which will be able to negate any monster effect. And we also have Masquerade, as you're going to burn for 600 life on every card effect activation. Now, with the Kit Cal being sent to the graveyard, we are milling and triggering even more fusion summon plays. This will likely be summoning a Dragos Tapelia, which will be able to negate a monster on the field and reduce it to level 1. The Mirror Jade is already activated from the previous turn, so that is not activatable. As the Kaleido Heart spins the Druid Swarm back in the deck, stopping its disruption of sending a monster on the field that special summons to the grave. We are going to get Screamin'. With Scream, we're going to summon Rhino, be burning for a ton of damage here. Holy moly, pay your taxes. Did not chain link block with Scream on the Rhino Heart. You what, mate? Okay. Negated. Now we got to randomly mill 3. I thought everyone just naturally put Scream on 2. Like we don't even think about it, right? When do we switch it up? Why? Root Cal is going to negate the Fusion Summon as we did not have anything to chain link block with it. Rhino Heart big enough, and we're scooping. That's a scoop. Let's go into game 2. We got Field Spell into the Sharon. Rhino Heart sending the Hovness. Do we have anything? We have absolutely nothing. Let's speed this up. We just got Big Lubel. Dweller in the draw phase to play around the Triple Tactics talent, which no risk of Imperm even being playable there. Rukal negating and destroying the Cartesia. Cartesia special summonable if there is an Albaz on the field or in the grave. Rukal reborning. Serenir's like, hold up, the Rukal is water. I actually can't banish it. What the heck? So we're gonna pretend like we wanted to banish Kikalos, of course. Scream mill 3. We got Keldo to shuffle back into the deck. Sulliek is going to negate the Alubur from searching for a Branded Fusion, which we have an Ash for anyway. Ash on Sharon is pretty good, but not if you're under Dweller. Magna Hut banishing the Cartesia during the end phase, activating the Magna Hut to add back from the grave or deck a dragon. This being limited to 1, that's very good to be able to add it back during the end phase from the grave. We're going to use the Retribution to add Branded Fusion during the opponent's turn. As Rhino Heart and Scream now activate to mill 3 and send a Tearlament monster from the deck to the grave. We got Kelbeck, and we do have a Keldo to shuffle back any fusion plays from the opponent. Are we going to activate the Miller? Nope. Passing on the mill. Add back the crime with the effect of the heartbeat being sent to the graveyard. Sharon is going to return the Beast King to make Grappa Dragon Overlord of Dark World. The Overlord Dark World Dragon will be able to negate a monster or normal spell / trap as the Kaleido spins back the Serenir and the field spell takes out the Lubellion. This field is 15,000 damage. Just enough for lethal. Let's go to game 3. Fusion deployment, special summon a monster from the deck, which will be the Cartesia. It is bait for the Ash. Save Ash for the Branded Fusion if you can, always, unless you're in a simplified game state. We got the Hovness being chained to the Rhino Heart, milling 3. We milled a Rhino with no tier in our hand to discard to summon. We're going to use Magna Hut to banish the opposing Tearlament, stopping a fusion play. And we think we're good. We think we're good with that Branded Fusion, but we're not good because that Ash has been waiting. The Rhino didn't eat the Ash. The Fusion deployment did not eat our Ash. The Branded Fusion will eat our Ash all day. Cartesia is going to fuse. Holy Fusion Shokan into Chimera. Very cool play in the TCG if your opponent and you also do not know how this card works, but it's not going to activate. Only activates off a spell. But we did trigger Kelbeck, to be fair. How else could we have summoned, get the Kelbeck in the grave to mill 5 for both players? I think some people are laughing in the chat right now, but let's be real. It does trigger Kelbeck. This could have been on purpose. We know. Vincey knows. It was to trigger the Kelbeck. Mill 5 for both players. Serenir sending from the deck to the grave. Now we got plays. Who's laughing now? Sulliek get adding. Keldo get stopping of our fusion play. Unfortunately, we did all that to trigger the Kelbeck just for them to get their 1 of 2 shufflers in the grave to stop us. That is unfortunate. We're going to recycle the Branded Fusion to be used next turn. Okay. Branded Fusion, since it was already used, we couldn't go into a card like Anaconda if we were even playing it. Some people are still playing Anaconda. Banned in TCG, banned in OCG. Rarely even used in Master Duel. Rhino Heart on summon. Going to send a Tear from the deck to the grave. We're going to chain the Cartesia to special summon Gangrenol. Okay, so when we activate our Tearlament Fusion effect starter in the grave, that will trigger the Gangrenol to summon a Despia Fusion. Quiritis. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. So we're going to send Garura just to draw a card. Maybe we could draw into a Max C. Kid Cal being summoned will trigger the Gangrenol here, as we're also using the Garura. If we're not going to use its effect, not doing it. Add the Super Poly off the top of the deck as we triple Tactics Talent, taking control of the Gangrenol, turning our 7,900 damage into, let's put them everything in attack. Well, this is actually summoned in defense, so we cannot change it. 8450 on the field. We are not going for game yet. Over 10,000 damage. Lethal. The calculator is going to help people with time, right? Are there any tournament players that can tell me that the time they wasted going to the calculator is now gone? Hajime. Rhino, send, Sharon, Chain, Maxi, Kit Cal, search for the Sulliek, set it, pass, and all is well. Let's go. And we got Hovness, we got our own Maxi. Not bad. Not bad. Maxi, barely an inconvenience. We'll do something similar, at least try to. C, Mare, Chain, Hovness, also negate, send Kit Kalos mate, and we're going to be able to triple Tactics Talent. Let's go, let's go. Mill in 3, we got Snow, Rhino, and Meta Noise into the grave, milling an additional 5 as the Rhino Heart is summoning. Mill 5, get ready. Rhino's here, sending the Hovness, Hovness activating the Fuse, Rhino activating the send from the deck to the grave, Merly activating the Fuse, and Scream activating to search for a trap. We have not needed to maxi yet, as the C-Mare is negated. What is our play? Rhino, no good. Kelbeck, not going to be good. We got Fairy Tale Snow. Spin back into the deck, making our Kit Cal. Kit Cal activating, chaining the Sharon. Now, Kelbeck, we could negate, then it gets destroyed, then they both mill 5. Do we want that to happen? So, the Kelbeck, I changed my mind. It was actually kind of decent here because we did mill at the same time as the Rucal being summoned, so it does work. Fusion Shokan into Kaleido Heart. Kaleido Heart gets spinning on summon as we add a Rhino Heart. We already used the effect of Hovness, spinning back the C-Mare. Triple Tactics Talent. Playing around TTT by summoning in D, so we can't take control then attack with it. Sharon discarding Snow under Max C. Are you out of your mind? Before the rank 4 exceed happens, we're going to spin a card face down. Banishing 7, flip down the Sharon, but we're still going to do it anyway, as we have a Fairy Tale Snow in our own graveyard to come forth and summon. Are we going for Baguska or Dweller? Dweller is the way. Baguska would be negated by Sulliek. Flipping down the Kaleido so it's not going to be activatable. We dwelled right now. Okay, we're Zeusing because of that. So we're going to send Kaleido and Sulliek. Both will not be activating. Is this correct? Should we just have kept Dweller, used Dweller? They can't Sulliek since they don't have a Tearlament. But then maybe they would, still kill us anyway with Kaleido. Snow could summon in response. It's like we're screwed either way, huh? Well, we are in trouble. Max C, wow. Are we just having fun with each other or what? What is going on? Max C during your own turn, and we are going to be using Ash to negate. Fusion Shokan into Guardian Chimera, mate. That is what I'm talking about. Zeus has no effect here, as we're going to draw 2, pop 1, Hovness Fuse, Rhino Heart, send the Crime or Hovness to then summon. Come forth, goodbye Crime. We're not going to need Crime. There's not going to be another turn. Shokanen into our Kit Cow. Kit Cow on summon is going to be searching after we draw 2 and pop. We have exactly 7,100 life on the field. A bit more. Just get 900 and we got game. Crymed back our Rhino Heart. We did use up our normal summon. Sending Merly to activate to fuse. Come to me, Sharon, which has not been activated yet. Dropping down our attack total to now bring it up to actually 78. Summon the Sharon mate, over 9,000 damage on the field. Please just end this turn. Attack for game. Lethal damage. Let's take this to game 2. I have Evil Eye after this. Evil Eye versus Branded in the top 4 after this best of 3. We are screaming. We are going to send Cal back mill 5. This is where an Ash could have stopped it if we had one. We do have Max C, which we don't have to chain yet because off of the mill 5, we just did not mill anything that would trigger a fusion. Unbelievable. Dead Crime. Dead Scream. But will the Super Poly become live? Waiting to fuse with the opponent's fields. Grapha, perfect. Thank you. We could fuse with that. We're going to be discarding the Agido. We're not using the Agido. We're going to use Rhino Heart to summon, discard, Meta Noise, add back a monster from the graveyard as we send a monster from the deck to the grave. Come forth and get ready. Sending Sharon to get fusing again. Now we are going to Super Poly. Discarding Super Poly to Super Poly, using Grapha and Sharon into Dragostapelia. Dragostapel, not going to make our Scream nor Crime activatable. We're able to negate the Kit Cal here. Negate, no search, and you also can't send yourself to the graveyard to mill 5, nor special summon a monster. Nis is going to be milling a Kelbeck. Surely you're not activating that Kelbeck. TTT, stealing games as always. That is a 2-0 victory. TTK to the grand finale. Get ready for Evil Eye versus Branded. Branded lost is going to be stopping Imperm. But Imperm's going to be used on Aluber. So actually doesn't stop it. This is good. You definitely want to be imperming Aluber to stop the branded fusion. If they already have branded fusion, then they could be searching for a branded loss, which would stop your imperm from even being activatable. You gotta think about that. Now, Maxi against Evil Eye, that should not be too much of a big deal. The Unleash sends a monster and spell from the deck to the graveyard by cost, searching for the Selene by effect. The Gorgon could discard an Evil Eye card to search for an Evil Eye spell or trap. The field spell will be searching for a monster. The Surzeal could be searching for anything. So much search, search, search. Max C right now. We could chain the Basal Trice to your Max C as you are attempting to draw off of my special summon, which you are now not going to, unless I perform a Link Summon. We're going to grab a Retribution, which will be able to negate any spell or trap. Selene making the Surzeal untargetable, indestructible. You get nothing for the Max C, as the Evil Eye defeat could target up to 2 monsters on the field, spinning them back to the hand, and the Retribution will negate any spell or trap, as the Surzeal could also destroy a special summon monster, and also the Basal Trice could Link Summon during the opponent's turn, using not just your monsters, but also your equip spell will count as a monster. All right, let's go. Opening, Retribution, negate the opening. You will not be adding nor special summoning. Selene boosting up, activating the branded opening onto the Tragedy. So we're gonna chain the Basal Trice here, which by the way, yeah, he actually messed up the branded in red. You gotta have branded in red on Chainlink 1 for the branded loss to protect the fusion monster from being negated or even being responded to by anything. So that Chainlink 1 Selene effect actually relevant. I feel like this would have never happened in TCG. It just would not happen. we are going to come forth and Shokan into Lubellion, which we could use Evil Eye Defeat to spin back into the deck. Is that correct? Do we want to do that? The Evil Eye Unleashed is also, I mean, this is crazy. If the Branded in Red was Chainlink 1, the Evil Eye Unleashed would not even be activatable here. It would not be equipping the Selene. We would not be untargetable. We would not be indestructible. We would not be able to negate a monster effect on the field. But if the Mirror Jade gets summoned off of this Lubellion, we can't negate it anyway. And if it uses its effect on summon to banish the Gorgon with its toggle on in response to its own summon, we can't negate anyway, mate. So what are we doing? Are we chaining the defeat? Yes, which we should not be able to, as I said, because we did not get our fusion summon on Chainlink 1. Huge. That Selene, that incidental mandatory trigger just saved the entire duel for Evil Eye. Crazy. Shokan into Quiritis. And we could, we're not negating that. We share the damage. We share the pain. You attack into me, we take the damage at the same time, mate. Not using the monster effect negate. Because technically our monster is not threatened. Boy, are we in trouble now. Damn. I can't believe this all happened still. We still get clapped. I thought we had it, mate. Using it on summon. Oh, did not. Did not toggle on. Oh no. So we did not toggle on. So the Branded Loss did not protect our Mirror Jade from being chainable. That is an oopsie. Okay. Negate. And we are going to share the damage, mate. Minus 500. We both take 3K. 2,500 that is. We can't share the pain again. We down low. 2,500. Bestial Lubellion sending the Albion to the graveyard, and nothing to search with Bestial Lubellion. Huh. So we're not playing the branded Poppage. Okay. We got Mercurier, which could negate a monster effect. Interesting duel we have here. Mirror Jade activating, going to get negated. Going to negate the negate, mate. Evenly Match is not activatable because we have a field spell, so we are going to lose the Gorgon. I mean, after all this, we're still gonna lose? Oh my God! I thought we had it, Evil Eye! Everything was lined up for you to win it! It's okay. We have another game. Pada E, Chain Max C. That's what I'm thinking. Can't chain Basal Trice unless we control an Evil Eye monster. Ain't gonna work. Alright. Unleash. So good. Sending a Basal Trice. I mean, could Tobble pass a Basal Trice? They look too similar. I don't like that. My eyes are not good. We are going to be grabbing the Field Spell. Field Spell searching for the Surzeal. Surzeal searching for any Evil Eye card. That will be the Spell and Trap card negate. We got Selene, mate, making our Surzeal untargetable, indestructible, destroying a special summon monster on the field. Basal Trice going to special summon right away. Are we going to Ash a Max C? No, we gotta Ash the Branded Fusion, mate. All right. Aluber. We got defeat to spin 2 monsters back to the hand. We can negate Spell or Trap. That's what we're going to do. Negate the Branded Lost, which does not protect you from Ash, but, you know, may as well negate it anyway because it's going to be quite troublesome for us. Branded Fusion. Negate. No fusion summon for you. I feel like Max C being legal is a nerf, a collateral nerf to Branded because everyone's playing Ash for the Max C, thus they have Ash for the Branded Fusion. Evil Eye defeat, spinning back our own Surzeal and the Aluber to resummon it and research for a Gorgon. I think he smells lethal damage. That's why he would do this. We got Selene activated. Gorgon is ready and waiting for the life point difference to boost up a monster, making the Selene indestructible. We got Darius into Machine X. 3,000 damage plus our 16, 4,600. Shokan into a Break Sword. putting us up to 6,600 attack, over 8,000, over 9,000 damage on the field, lethal damage, Evil Eye taking a Game 2 victory. Very nice. Evil Eye does not lose to Max C. Ooh, double evenly matching. We got a Max C and I. Oh no, he's got Call of the Grave. Okay, negate the Max C. But we got double evenly. Catobble Pass and Basal Trice. Okay. So what you could do is you could, the Basal Trice is special summonable from the hand, right? I think it's only in the graveyard, it's special summonable. Only while this card is in the graveyard. So I guess we would have to normal summon Catobble Pass, special summon the Basal Trice, link, then special summon the Catobble Pass, then we could link 3 from there if we want to. Double evenly is going to be big, but the problem is if he's going to have access to Mirror Jade and Mercurier in the hand, that's already double disruption. Mirror Jade non-targeting monster banish plus a monster negate after a resolved evenly matched? Not good. And we are dependent, I guess if we summon Catobble Pass, we special, if he chains to banish, you could then still chain the Basal Trice to special summon onto the field. Got Rinbrum negating the Mirror Jade so that we could use it again during the next turn. That's going to allow us to get an Albion in the graveyard to get searching during the end phase for a Retribution. All right, let's even it up. Awakening could reborn from the grave. Even up the match. Non-targeting monster banish plus a monster negate. Special summon the Basal Trice. We are going to link this off into Kakata King. The King of Kakata going to get negated by the Mercurier as we attempt to negate the Mirror Jade mate. Negate. Now, it's not over. Awakening could reborn, then we could reborn the Catobble Pass. Yes. Yes. Summon Basal Trice, Catobble Pass, come forth and summon, make a Machine X. Machine X could swing over, or okay, we're not doing that. We're gonna Dark Reborn Albaz, discard Fuse into our own Mirror Jade. Nope, we not play that. We got Unicorn Spin back. Back into the extra you go. Oh no, and back on the field you are. Listen. Evil Eye did everything they could. They did everything. They did everything. They played 3 Field Spell, which searches for the 3 Surzeal, which searches for the 3 Evil Eye Unleash, which searches for like the 2 Selines. It's like 11 cards that we did not draw into, plus the 2 Gorgon Eye, which we could have equipped onto 1 and then get into the graveyard. 13 cards we did not draw into that we needed to do something. Damn. All right, grand finale. Get ready if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you very much. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you watch the top 16. Support that video also. If these videos get good support, we keep on doing them. The full top 8, full top 4 with the top 8, and the full top 16 mate. Get ready for the grand finale. Hajime.